Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center for a Thursday. Can you believe it's already Thursday, February the 9th? Wow, where is February going? Wow, it is moving along pretty quickly. We're live here at 7:15 on YouTube and Facebook here this morning. We welcome you to the Tri-State Traffic Show, bringing you the best traffic coverage anywhere to be found for New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. So we'll be going up until about, we'll say about 8:30, 8:35 or so. And then we will connect with the New Jersey Morning Show beginning at the top of the 9 a.m. hour. We have Chris Jannelli in the Weather Center. He's actually waiting in the wings here this morning. So maybe let's do that. This way we'll stick to our schedule. I've been all over the map here with the schedule the last couple of weeks. So let's go to the Weather Center straight away here this morning. And we talk to Chris Jannelli from the Weather Watchers Club. Good morning, Chris.
Now for your Tri-State Traffic Show weather update. Looking at the week ahead, we're going to see some weather and less wind than we used to. Very nice conditions for the middle of winter. Rain showers possible later on, and sunny conditions variable. We're going to see a mix of cloudiness and sunniness depending on the day. Commuter forecast looking very good for the AM commute. It's going to be sunny with absolutely nothing to worry about. And the PM commute is no worse for wear, mostly clear. Today's highs we're seeing ranging from the mid to even high 50s all the way down to 36 degrees up in New York. And today's lows ranging from generally about 30 degrees all the way up to a possible 37 in Wildwood. Futurecast radar showing absolutely nothing to worry about, save for possible rain later in the day. And stepping off for the 7-day, we're going to see that nice weather here, possible cloudiness, but going to be very nice temperatures all the way up to a possible 58 tomorrow. We're going to see that 40% chance of rain later in the day, and later in the week, alternating between partly sunny, partly cloudy, and straight up sunny. We might just have a chance of rain next Wednesday, but stay tuned as that's very uncertain.
Thank you, Chris. That was Chris Jannelli from the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. We'll talk to Chris once again at 7:45. Another check of our forecast. Again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube here this morning. Please join in the conversation. Let us know where you're traveling to from or where you're heading here this morning. We do have some big trouble in New Jersey, and let me open up the comments section here this morning. If you can, just let me know how the picture looks and the sound, because I'm getting that kind of error message about the connection not being that great. So I'm not sure. I'm not even on Wi-Fi, so I don't know what why it's asking for that. But if you could just let me know how it sounds, if it sounds normal and also looks the same way, that'd be great. Alexander, good morning from East Rutherford. Oh, a good work from home day. Very nice for you. Let's go to Route 22 now. This has been shut down for the better part of 2 hours or so. This is an investigation. Looks like someone may have been struck on the eastbound side of Route 22 west of New Providence Road, and everything shut down there this morning. So it's going to be right in this area here. If I had to take a guess, knowing this area very well, that it looks like the accident may have taken place here just east of New Providence Road, because that's why the detour is here on New Providence Road. Okay. So they're basically not letting you go if you know if you know Mountainside of any type. Town Hall, police headquarters, rescue squad is right here. That's where it looks like possibly, we don't know for certain, but there's some sort of accident investigation. I was hearing maybe someone was struck, but confirmation on that. There is actually a pedestrian walkway here that brings you over Route 22 in both directions, because there's a baseball field. That's the town hall. Mountainside Town Hall is right here. and that's actually the rescue squad and the police department. So they're all right there on that eastbound side of Route 22. But the issue is that all the traffic now is being sent to Providence Road, and we want to take the street view off. Here we go. So New Providence Road is just getting buried in traffic, friends. And now it's starting to stack up along Mountain Avenue, getting out of Westfield on over right in front of the public house here by New Providence Road. So there is a detour here. And Alexandra says she's seeing a black screen. You know, this is funny because I had this happen yesterday with the Staten Island morning show. Seeing a black screen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't want to stop this. If I stop the stream, that means I got to recreate the whole thing again. Let me think. So, okay, so I'm going to switch it over to, so right now on my screen that I see, I have the weather observations, the temperatures and stuff. Do you see any of that, or is it still black, Anna and Alexandra? For some reason, look, I mean, you can see it here. Oh, turn Wi-Fi off. I thought it was off. No, what's going on here? Black screen on Facebook too, still black. Okay. Interesting. So then maybe my issues with the Staten Island morning show were not related to StreamYard. Okay, so let's do this. Let me stop the screen. And now do you see me? Let me know if you see me. Hi. Let me see if my camera is working. Probably should just bring up YouTube myself. Screen black, scrolling info in red is visible. Okay. Yes, okay, so you see me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now. Oh, I see the black screen. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to, it's got something to do with sharing the screen, I think, is the problem. Whoa. What is that? That's not good. That's not what we want. Did you see that with that kind of feedback? I'm going to get feedback here if I do this. I see myself. Let me present the screens again. Apologize for this. Probably going to see me. Tell me, let's just see if we see the maps. Yes, I see it. See the maps. Okay. Okay, so we see the maps. So I think we should be back here now. I think we should be back with the maps. I don't know why that does that. There's something is off, completely off here. Okay, so you see me and you hear me and you see the maps. Excellent. Business here, friends. Okay. Very weird. I just have no answers for that. Let's see. And Alexandra says she sees the maps. Good. Okay. Yeah, let me know if it goes out again. I can't run there's just not enough computing power to run the live stream in the background with me streaming to keep an eye on it. Again, I know I've been harping on this whole new computer situation, but um, hopefully, very shortly, we will be getting some sort of other hardware into the traffic center that we're able to go ahead and do this. Back in business, Anna says, thank you very much. I appreciate you both telling me that that was out, because on my side, I can't see it. To me, it looks like it always does. And I wonder what the disconnect is. I can't figure that out. So it's got to be on my end then okay, I'll have to tell them that for the New Jersey morning show in an hour. Okay, so let's reset now. 7:25. Were you able, actually, let me ask you this. Were you able to see the weather that we did at 7:15? Because then that'll rule out the video end of things. That should be just fine. So we'll go back to our big issue here in New Jersey, and this is the eastbound side of Route 22 is shut at New Providence Road. All the traffic being diverted over to New Providence Road out by the Children's Specialized Hospital. Now, this is an absolute parking lot. So is Mountain Avenue becoming really busy now out of Westfield into that same location. So you don't want to make the left here. You want to continue on Mountain Avenue. That'll be the continuation. Alexander says, yes, we saw the weather. Good. Thank you. So this will bring you back onto Route 22. So that's really the detour. So what they're basically doing is sending you down to Providence Road, coming to the traffic light, and then making the left. I'm wondering if Mountainside Police are on scene here at that intersection just to kind of facilitate, override the traffic light, just to try to alleviate some of the traffic off of New Providence Road. So then everyone's going down to Mountain Avenue. I'm wondering if this is the section that's closed here. I mean, you still have the U-turn here, I guess, is still open in some capacity. But you wonder if there's any police on scene here as well. So you can see how far back the delay goes back to Glenside Avenue here now. Getting into just on the fringes of Mountainside and Scotch Plains. So we're almost back to the old Bowcraft, if you're ever familiar with that. Anna says, let's see here. I blame the squirrel. It has remained dormant, but now is making its presence known again. Yeah. Thankfully, knock on wood, my hard head or the desk here. Let's see. There you go. Haven't had any issues here in the building with the squirrels since they put the new roof and the gutters and did all that work. But in the building next to me, they are just ravaging that building. I can see them climbing up the drain pipes. I can see them getting into the. You can actually visibly see them getting underneath the roof. It's a mess. There's messes. All right, 7:28 is our time. Now we're talking about hi, Cedar Grove. Both ways of the Parkway, pretty busy here through Bloomfield. Eastbound 46 is a mess into the long-term construction. And again, 208 normal drill there, getting south into Fairlawn Avenue. Maple Avenue is heavy. East along 80 is heavy into Parsippany. Some sun glare hitting you in the eyes as you come out to Route 15. Let's see here. Parkway building, normal stuff, 137 up to 140. The Turnpike, though, is in good shape. East on the Bay Extension here at 14. That's busy there with sun glare. Eastern Western spurs are fine. Route 3 actually looks good. Let's head out to Western Jersey on 78, 287, 206. Route 80, Route 15, 206, Northwest Jersey. Traffic is fine along 23, 206. We are going to be clear. Let's go into Central Jersey now. 287, your Parkway is rolling along just nicely. Northbound on Route 18 into Edgeboro Road. That's a solid ride as we go to the Turnpike. Again, traffic looks fantastic here this morning. 33 is good. 195, Route 130, 295, 29. Still so far so good here this morning at 7:30 almost. We go to 295 as you get down in towards the Deptford area. The normal drill here on 4255, 295 heading south at exit 30. That is crowded. 55, 40, 322, Route 9, Middle Township, Wildwood, Cape May, Ocean City, Somers Point. Always love Somers Point. Is looking good. Connor says, good morning. Good morning, sir. Welcome. The AC Expressway, we are good. All right, we're at 7:30 now. Let's do New Jersey Transit. We'll finish up New Jersey for the time being. We will go to the Morrison Essex line, 644. Departure from Dover is canceled due to mechanical issues. Please take train. Okay, let's go to Path now. Cooking here. The weather service page too. And mandatory Hackensack River Bridge lifts scheduled for today. First lift 10 to 11. And then the second lift is going to be 1 to 2. Tunnels now. We're up against, I'm going to say about 30 or so at George. Yeah, 30 at the George, 25 at the Lincoln, about 15 at the Holland. Let's do New York City incident pages now. And just the Ed Koch, Manhattan bound, center span. Oh, that center span lower level. I see. Uh-huh. Righto, Fredo. So we go here. Oh. Ed Koch Bridge. Lower level. There it is. There's our broken down bus. First try. Look at that. Yahtzee. Right on the numbers. So broken down MTA bus on the Manhattan bound side of the Ed Koch. Be the lower level here. All right, so we're on the maps of the city. Might as well just dial this in. Midtown Tunnel is about 10 to 15. Southbound FDR is pretty heavy here off the Harlem Drive from the 130s down into the, right around 96th Street. West side looks pretty good, just as coming off the George down south 100, about 100, almost not even 125th down into the water treatment plant there. That's about it. Stay in the Bronx. What's this here? Deegan crash. They're saying out to CBX. CBX. Let's see what we've got. Let's go here. They're looking for it. They are looking for it. Okay. Let's see. I don't see anything there either. There's the Cross Bronx at Deegan. You know what? While it's just in my mind here, friends, I just want to just look at something. Alexander, if you remind me, where was that photo that I saw? Was it on your Instagram, or you could either email that to me or the link to it, or just put it in the chat? One of the two. I want to show that picture of you and Aaron for the, I believe, wasn't it for the Westmont Country Club for their promotion? I think. Oh, this keyboard is the worst. Yes, Instagram promotion. Okay. Looking for something. Just TV. Huh. Oh, so the NYC Drive. This is the channel I was looking for. They used to have it over the air on the broadcast side, but they don't carry it. I wish they did. That's a good channel. I wonder why they wouldn't have put that over the air like that. Anyway, I digress. I digress. Okay, Alexander, I have to try to find your. I don't know if I'm signed into Instagram on this. If I go to the Westmont Country Club, the website, would it be on there? Because I don't have access to the Instagram via this account, and I don't want to. I can't switch over without losing the stream. Uh, We'll look for that at 45 after weather and the sponsor. So what am I doing here now? I'm all over the map, literally. Southbound Deegan from Van Cortlandt Park down to the Cross Bronx is heavy. The Bronx River Parkway south, ton of traffic here past the Bronx Zoo as you get out to Pelham Parkway into the Cross Bronx westbound. Heavy into Sheridan Boulevard. Southbound Bruckner is heavy getting onto the elevated section onto the northbound Deegan. Northbound Bruckner is busy here on the extension on up to the Hutch. Upper East River crossings are fine. Southbound Whitestone Expressway is busy here west on the cross on the Grand Central. That's heavy as you get out towards LaGuardia. And since that problem on the lower level of the Ed Koch, what that's doing to Queens Boulevard is really creating some pretty big havoc here out of Woodside into Astoria into Long Island City. So that's going to run you about another 10 plus minutes or so getting through the traffic lights and all that chaos. Westbound side of the LIE is heavy here as you make your way into Queens Boulevard. Eastbound side heavy all the way out to the Clearview. Both ways of the Jackie Robinson. It's heavy here at the Kew Gardens interchange, and then west on the Grand Central, we are heavy as you make your way just west of the Clearview, passing St. John's. Van Wyck in either direction out through Hillside Avenue is busy. So is the Belt West, passing Kennedy. Westbound side again into Flatbush, then again through Coney Island Avenue. Solid ride. Inbound Gowanus, the typical drill there, getting into the BQE. And let's see here. Battery Tunnel looking at about, I'd say 15 minutes getting through the Gowanus mess, even though the HOV lane is basically the best way to go. East along the Staten Island Expressway, pretty busy as you get out into the Verrazano, exiting for the Belt. North on the West Shore, pretty busy here at Arden Avenue, Goethals Bayonne, Outer Bridge. They are all fine. Let's head out to Eastern Queens now in Floral Park. Elmont North on the Cross Island is crowded from the Southern State on up into the Grand Central Parkway. Let's see here now. So let's do this. Let's go to Long Island incidents. East and the Southern over at Wantagh Avenue, the shoulder is out. Broken down vehicle west on the LIE. At Willis, the shoulder is out. At exit 37. So that will be right in here. Then some more traffic here west over by 135. Northern State west of 135 is heavy out to the Wantagh. And then both ways of the Southern, pretty solid ride from 17 all the way out to 135. North on the Wantagh, that's crowded here. Let's go to Westbound LIE, some volume there into Vets Highway from 60 on over to 57, and then again just west of 55. Sunrise Highway actually looks pretty good this morning. And east along Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, that is crowded. North Fork, everything is good. 7:40 is our time. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to the program. Let's take a look at Connecticut. It's basically just delays across the board here in Stamford and Fairfield. 95 East 19 through 13, 25, 21, 19, 13, 75, 41, 38. Go to the maps, and that's pretty much what we're seeing here. No outliers. It's really heavy into Route 7. And again, I'll probably go 18 down through 10 and then 8 over to 5 is a busy ride. But again, there's nothing as far as any outliers are concerned as far as crashes are picked up. Let's go to the Hudson Valley, and the Hudson Valley always has something happening here. So the shoulder, the crash on the thruway before exit 18. Conic, southbound north of Bear Mountain State Parkway, right shoulder is out. Up this way, just some light volume all around. I don't know, maybe some people are taking off again today or doing the work from home thing like Alexander is. Cross County Parkway here by the Hutch is busy, but throughway, the Hutch is fine. Heading south of 287 is a little minor backup. East along 287, a little busy into exits 4 and 5, but there really is no sun glare. It's fairly cloudy this morning. Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge is good. Southbound Thruway is heavy here from, I'd say, 13 down through 11, and then continuing out to the Thruway through 15, 15A, even up towards 18. There's 17 there. That's 16, really. 18 is way up here, and it's actually causing some delays as you see it there. And Ardonia, 84, pretty decent ride all across the board. As we go across the Newbury Beacon Bridge, that's moving well. So is Ludingtonville on 84. West on 84, a little heavy here into Peach Lake, Brewster, but 684, just some minor backups into Golden's Bridge. We've certainly seen worse. Worse at this time. Okay, so there's the roads. Let's go back to the rails now, and this should bring us right up to weather. Well, Chris is doing weather. I can find Alexandra's photograph. Photography. Some reroutes on the D and the N. 6 delays on the 6 train. Both ways to address the switch problem near Westchester Square, East Tremont Avenue, southbound 456. Are resume making the regular stops in the Bronx and Manhattan. Let's go to the rails now. We have some delays in the Babylon branch. 639 train for Babylon due to Penn Station at 7:49 is operating 10 to 15 late due to late arriving equipment. Everything on Metro North, that is going to be good. Sorry, Connor, didn't get a chance to put this in. I would like to give a special shout out to the East Brunswick girls basketball beating North Plainfield last night in a buzzer beater. Very nice. Were you covering that game? Beautiful. Fun stuff. Always like the buzzer beaters. Seton Hall got wiped out by Creighton. They were hanging in with about 10, 12 minutes left, but then went on a 7-minute plus drought, and can't do that with the number 23 team in the country. So Seton Hall's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, they're going to definitely, as I mentioned earlier, they're definitely going to yes, Connor, send it to me, email if you can do it in the next, between now before the end of the show. I'll see if I can transcode it and we can go ahead and play that. Yeah, Seton Hall gonna be a tough. You have to win at least one game in the tournament, maybe 2. Now I think it's setting up to you have to win the first 2 first two games, which are certainly capable of doing, but um, it's going to be a long haul. It's going to be a tough road. All right, so it's 7:45 now. Let's go back to the Weather Center and talk to Chris Jannelli from the Rutgers Weather Watchers group for a check your forecast. Good morning, Chris.
And now for another Tri-State Traffic Show weather update. As before, we're going to see some warmer weather and less wind. It's going to be a nice respite from what we're used to now. Rain showers possible later, and sunny conditions variable. We might just be alternating between partly sunny, and mostly cloudy. Commuter forecast is looking green across the board, sunny skies, and not enough winds to affect your commute. And we'll see just the same for the PM commute, mostly clear. Today's highs are looking quite high. We're going to see 49 in Sussex, 53 in New York, and Piscataway, and Trenton, and Camden, 54 in Toms River, 50 up in White Plains, 36 in Milford, 50 in Islip, 56 in Millville, and a 53 down in Wildwood and Atlantic City. And respectively, we're going to see some lows around the 30s, with the exceptions being in Sussex and Milford. And finally, on the Futurecast, we are going to see some clear skies across the board with that possible rain later in the day.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for that from the Rutgers Weather Watchers group over in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And we thank their chief meteorologist, John Rocco, for helping set all of this up. All right, so let's do our sponsors here this morning on this February the 9th, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Ralph, again, I have to try to get in touch with Ralph. Been running in 17 different directions the last couple weeks here. So we'll try to dial in Ralph here, maybe be able to get him on the show very quickly for just a couple of minutes here. I know he's busy with getting ready for the new season that begins on March the 3rd. So I guess in your program guide, that would be S14E1, right? So that is on March the 3rd, that Friday. That's when he's coming back. It's good. And again, when he comes back, it's a limited menu because it takes him some time to ramp up production. Essentially what it comes down to. I'm going to have to see if he's going to be in maybe the day before. Maybe I can come by and do a little interview and maybe get an idea of how he kind of preps the ice cream and gets things set up for the new season. So that could be a lot of fun. So we'll see if we can do something with Ralph there at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey, at 908-272-3000. He's got the best phone number going, 908-272-3000. Give him a call. Tell him you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show and leave him a voicemail and just tell him that you can't wait for the shop to open up again on March the 3rd. So we thank Ralph and all of his great staff there at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. We also want to thank our friends over at the Shaved Cave, 1471 in Clark, New Jersey, Raritan Road to be specific, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. Again, 908-325-6283. And go, fortunately, my guy Omar is out on medical leave here for a little bit. So you can go talk to Gustavo, hook me up with a fresh cut the other day. Or Alex is the owner proprietor. And any of the other fine fellas there at the Shaved Cave will take care of all your manly grooming needs. Shaves, hot towel shaves, beards, haircuts, whatever you're looking for, they'll take care of it. So that is the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. And we also have to thank our friends over at Maxim Motor Cars. Let me just bring up their page. There we go. Bring this in. Boy, this computer is slow. Oh, gosh. Max Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. Again, 973-620-9060. Talk to my friend Nick and his father Anthony there for a quality, affordable used vehicle. And he's got this Grand Caravan here at $9,000 and the Mazda Touring here at $8,900. It's a nice looking car, actually. The Mazda 6 Ford Focus wagon, $3,600. And we've got the Honda Civic here, $7,500. The 2010, 2005 Ford Focus again. That is the ZX4, a little sporty ride. The Grand Cherokee is still with us. Forester is out the door. The S2000 Roadster is still hanging in there. And the 2009 Pontiac G8 Base is still with us as well. This one's been around a while. Wondering why. It's a nice looking car. I don't really see any kind of, not the V8, I guess, is what it comes down to for these vehicles. It's only the V6, but I think it's plenty powerful enough. And engine looks clean. That's what the inside looks like. Typical GM Pontiac switchgear. And let's see what else here. The windows are in the center. I always found that kind of weird, quite frankly. Heated seats. That's not bad. Clean car. So peruse the offerings here. Like I said, it's probably a fairly quick automobile, no question about that. And he does give you the free Carfax here. So when you click on the Carfax, you can see, I mean, it's got 164,000 miles. That's potentially maybe the reason why it's still some people balking at that. But purchased in 2009. So, this is good to have, just have a paper trail, a little bit of a paper trail there of vehicle. And looks like the taken care of, I mean, as far as every 8,000 miles. Accident reported, hit a curb, damage to front, damage to right front, vehicle towed. Well, the front looked like it was in pretty good shape, whoever did the body work, and then consistently changed the oil every 5,000 miles. That's a positive there. Looks like somebody basically just went out and, really enjoyed driving the vehicle. What it comes down to. And they continuously, kept kept up with the maintenance. Oil changes, consistent oil changes across the board. Wow. Interesting. So, I was curious to see what his description of the vehicle is. Like, you had the last one with the elderly person driving it or whatever. So that's Max Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. And definitely head over there and talk to Nick or Anthony for a quality used vehicle. Connor, I did get your email. We will show that here. We may show that right after the sponsors here, because we'll take us right up to 8 o'clock, and then we'll reset and do a full of the area. Sweep the leg, Johnny. So, Travels with Darley, our wonderful friend Darley Newman, has a great program called Travels with Darley. That is on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey. And she just put up something on Instagram yesterday about PBS Create in February. I think it's, this is February. I think it's on the 23rd. Oh, where did I see that? Where did I see that? Oh, you know what? It was probably one of her reels, is what it was. Well, let's see if it comes up. I know you can't see it here, but no, I don't see it there. I think it was February 23rd. I think the show was going to air three times on PBS Create. So I think Optimum 133, Comcast is 266. I think Verizon, it's in the 400s or something. I'm not sure. But, or it's over the air at 21-2 or dot two digital channel. So go to our website, darley-newman.com for more information on the program and all about Darley. Wonderful travel program, gets the local angle on all the different destinations that she heads to. Lots of fun stuff, lots of fun adventure. Tells you the best places to eat, drink, and just have a great time on your vacation or wherever you may be going. And yeah, just a fantastic travel program and really shows you again that really local angle of where to go and enjoy what the locals do, because that's a big part of her program. And it really is, because you get the best idea of what is taking place in the destination that you're going to by getting it from the locals. Really, that's really the best way to understand where you are, and also gives you a little bit of history lesson as well. So again, darley-newman.com is the website. There also is a second website called darleycnewman.com/shop. These are the new items here, the new swag for the 10th season of Travels at Darley. You've got this hoodie here. It has like the concert rock tour of all the destinations she's been in the last 10 years, which is kind of cool. This is just a regular sweatshirt without the hood. Let's see here. Another bigger sweatshirt here. Travels with Darley 10th season world tour. And the mug. I have to see if I can get a mug. I have to sort of order one back of the set here. Very cool stuff. And so that's just the plain one. This is the one that has the travel dates on it. And then there's the t-shirt, which is also very cool looking too. So she's got her swag shop set up, darleycnewman.com/shop. So we thank Darley for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Okay, so let's go to Connor's clip here with the East Brunswick ladies here. I don't know what is your nickname? Are you the Bears? I can't read this on the end line. The thrilling end here to the East Brunswick girls basketball. Unfortunately, I can't put sound in, so if Connor, you're announcing or someone else is, we won't be able to hear it, but we will be able to see it. So let's do that. Maybe you can hear it from the microphone. This is East Brunswick and North Plainfield. Wow. All right. Wow. Congratulations to East Brunswick. Very impressive. 59-58 at the buzzer, and nice job there by EBTV with the replays there. Assuming that's from the TriCaster, Connor. I don't know, but very impressive stuff there. Fun stuff. So thank you so much for that. Yes, Bears. He says it's the Bears. And let's see here. No announcing, just the crowd. I sent the original final Google Drive. Okay, that was fine. The Facebook that worked. But great stuff there. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that. All right, friends, we are at the top of 8 o'clock. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Odon here in the traffic center, your traffic jockey for about the next half hour. I think we'll go to 8:30 or 8:30. No, I'm going to go to 8:30 because now with that situation with the maps, I have to see if I can investigate if it's doing that with on New Jersey as well. So it just gives me a few more minutes to kind of flush that out to see what the problem is. 8 o'clock here on the great east coast of the great United States. This morning, we're doing some traffic for the tri-state, as we said. Let's first go to the Weather Center and let's dial in Chris Jannelli here from the Rutgers Weather Watchers. Look of your forecast and look at the 7-day weather forecast, and temps are still, for the most part, we are above normal, and even into next week, talking about well above normal for Valentine's Day. Chris.
Now for your tri-state traffic show weather update. Looking at the week ahead, we're going to see some more weather and less wind than used to. Very nice conditions for the middle of winter. Rain showers possible later on, and sunny conditions variable. We're going to see a mix of cloudiness and sunniness depending on the day. Commuter forecast looking very good for the AM commute. Going to be sunny with absolutely nothing to worry about. And the PM commute is no worse for wear, mostly clear. Today's highs we're seeing ranging from the mid to even high 50s all the way down to 36 degrees up in New York. And today's lows ranging from generally about 30 degrees all the way up to a possible 37 in Wildwood. Futurecast radar showing absolutely nothing to worry about, save for possible rain later in the day. And stepping off for the 7-day, we're going to see that nice weather here, possible cloudiness, but going to be very nice temperatures all the way up to a possible 58 tomorrow. We're going to see that 40% chance of rain later in the day, and later in the week, alternating between partly sunny, partly cloudy, and straight up sunny. We might just have a chance of rain next Wednesday, but stay tuned as that's very uncertain.
Thank you, Chris. And you saw Valentine's Day there on Tuesday at 55 degrees. I'm thinking if, depending on, we're still, what are we, still 5 days away? But if we can get some of those clouds out of the way and some of that sun kind of peeks through, now that the sun is getting a little higher in the sky with the sun angle, we may even push 60 in certain places. You may be able to even eat outside for your Valentine's Day dinner if they have the heaters cranking up. Certainly be a possibility, which would be, I can't remember Valentine's Day being that warm, but very interesting. But meteorologist Mike Favetta on the Staten Island Morning Show had teased it on Wednesday, saying that he will be letting us know what the warmest Valentine's Day ever was. So that's a little bit of tease there for the broadcast. Okay, so we're here at 8:03. Let's bring in our incident pages here this morning. It's Route 22 is still shut out at New Providence Road. All lanes are closed and detoured there. Still about a 20-minute delay all the way back to the Scotch Plains border, just right in the area of Glenside Avenue by Bowcraft here this morning. We're so now, yeah, we're definitely back through Bowcraft here. So, yeah, this is a tough spot. What are we doing with this thing? You click on one thing and it all goes down the tubes. Down the tubes. Now, again, these are all local streets through Mountainside here up by the Watchung Reservation, and then come down Central Avenue, but that's only going to put you on the westbound side. The detour really is going to be here along New Providence Road back to Mountain Avenue. Now, I'm wondering if they're even closing this off as well, because I don't know why this wouldn't be in red to let traffic come through here. Um, that one's interesting. I don't particularly see why that is not there. Let's see, Alexander, just email you link. Okay, good. Thank you. We'll do that. We'll do that after weather at 8:15. So this is a major problem, especially for our friends coming out of Westfield this morning. As you populate into Mountainside, this could probably run you 10, 15 minutes just to get through the traffic light. For some reason, I don't understand why. I'm not quite sure what the story is. I would hope that Mountainside police are on scene here at this intersection to kind of direct traffic. I'm wondering why Mountain Avenue isn't busier here, why this is all not stacked up, because this you can get back, you can get right back on Route 22 going east. So I'm not quite sure where the accident happened. I think it may have happened right out in front of First Aid Squad in the Mountainside Town Hall, unless it took place in this area here. But then I'm not sure. I'm not real sure. I just don't have enough visuals to give you the answers. But because I'm not quite sure. Well, look, I mean, I guess you can't really stop folks from making the left on New Providence Road, because some may need to go further north up towards the library out that way, or looking to go west on Route 22. But this could run you maybe 20 minutes here. I mean, it's just bumper to bumper traffic trying to populate that out. Now, as word is getting out about the issues, what's happening is that East Broad Street is just getting pretty wiped out coming out of Winchwood on over to Springfield Avenue, because a lot of our friends are using this here to use Springfield Avenue to come back up to Route 22. So just be mindful of that. And for friends here in Cranford and Kenilworth, really in Cranford, making the way over to get to Route 22, you got at least some extra travel time here out towards Springfield Avenue. So that is a bit of a problem here this morning. And you can see what one issue on one major highway does to the local streets. This is all traffic that you're not expecting in any way, shape, capacity, form whatsoever. I mean, you're just not expecting that to be coming out of Westfield in order to get yourself out to Route 22. You're going to sit here for 20 minutes going into the traffic light at Woodland and New Providence Road. It's just something you just aren't thinking of that. So that's really the only outlier as far as our accidents are concerned. And we just got volume north on the Parkway through Clark Cranford up into Kenilworth, and both ways through Bloomfield. North pretty heavy here out by the Larry Doby, and then west on 24, pretty heavy ride here out of the mall at Short Hills just before Columbia Turnpike. 287 seems to be fine. Eastbound 80 is heavy out of Denville into Parsippany. And westbound side is pretty heavy here getting out of Parsippany. Finally, it looks like they cleaned up that situation on New Road, which was a disaster all day for that water main break. 80 looks good through Fairfield, Totowa, Patterson, going west of the Parkway is getting busier by the minute. Southbound 208 is pretty busy as you make your way out towards Maple Avenue. It looks like something's going on here to Route 4. And it looks like we have a crash here east out by Teaneck Road. 17 is pretty tied up at Central Avenue and Rochelle Park, so watch for that. This morning, Turnpike, Eastern and Western spurs were good. Even the Turnpike is good up to 13 into 14. Volume is definitely a bit down as we get through this Thursday morning commute. I think the work from home thing is kind of kicking in again. Going to Central Jersey, northbound 287 is busy. As we make our way over to exit 4, 18 there in Connerland down in East Brunswick. Coming up into Edgeboro Road, that is busy. And then both ways out by Route 1 also is going to be a slow ride. Monmouth County is fine. Even Mercer County, 29 is not really seeing a whole lot of volume. The Turnpike is good. 206 Parkway is clear. So is 55 and 42 is pretty busy there at the 295 interchange. 322 and Route 40, 49 and 50. Again, all of South Jersey is just basically completely empty. There's just nothing. Not seeing a thing. Not seeing a thing at all. So let's do this. Let's bring in the Hudson River crossings. There we go. About 35 to 40 at the George, about 25 to 30 at the Lincoln, about 20 at the Holland. So that's, for the most part, kind of par for the course. Let's bring in the city incident pages here. So we still have that broken down bus in the lower roadway of the Idcotch Queensboro Bridge, westbound LIE at Grand Avenue. One lane is out west on the LIE. That is right there. So let's go to the city DOT page. Right in here, maybe? Well, that's on the service road. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't think so, but that's all I see. Here's Grand Avenue. Let's see here. I don't really see anything there going west this morning. Find that broken down bus. There it is, still sitting there. That one could be a little bit of time. Excuse me. The weather is, I mean, it's great that it's warmer, but I don't know. It just wreaks havoc on your voice after a while. So that's your broken down bus there. Let's go back to our maps. Thank you. So the westbound LIE is just heavy traffic both ways, really, through the fairgrounds. This is all just normal stuff, friends. It's nothing out of the ordinary. The BQE is heavy right off the the Gowanus is right off the Verrazano up into the Prospect, and then again as you get out towards Sackett Street and the Trench, and then southbound is really busy here from Queens Boulevard all the way out to the Brooklyn Bridge. Midtown Tunnel is about 25, and the FDR Drive is really stacked here into 96th Street. Southbound side of the West Side Highway, that also is busy. Let's go to the Bronx this morning, and we're looking at some heavy traffic here both ways of the Cross Bronx out to 3rd Avenue. Southbound Bruckner, that's crowded as we come out to the area of the Hunts Point Drawbridge. North on the Bruckner extension is busy. And then south on the Deegan, awfully crowded as well as you get out towards the CBX. Let's take a look at the southbound Cross Island Parkway is busy as you make your way on over to the LIE. West of the Grand Central LaGuardia is pretty busy. We head over to the Van Wyck at Hillside. North on the Cross Island, that's busy. Getting into Hempstead Turnpike. Westbound side of the belt as you get past Kennedy Airport, that also is a sluggish ride. And as we continue west here on the belt, west of Flatbush over to Ocean Parkway, and then east into Bay 8th Street. Staten Island actually looks great. They're setting up the midday road work here shortly on the HOV side of things in the westbound SIE into Bradley Avenue, but Outer Bridge, Goethals, Bayonne, West Shore Expressway, that is clear. Let's do this. Let's dial in Long Island now. Well, actually, before we do that, let's go to the Weather Center here because Chris is waiting for us. So let's bring this in. I want to bring in this here. And this is Chris Jannelli from the Rutgers Weather Watchers. Good morning, Chris.
Now for your tri-state traffic show weather update. Looking at the week ahead, we're going to see some more weather and less wind than used to. Very nice conditions for the middle of winter. Rain showers possible later on, and sunny conditions variable. We're going to see a mix of cloudiness and sunniness depending on the day. Commuter forecast looking very good for the AM commute. It's going to be sunny with absolutely nothing to worry about. And the PM commute is no worse for wear, mostly clear. Today's highs we're seeing ranging from the mid to even high 50s all the way down to 36 degrees up in New York. And today's lows ranging from generally about 30 degrees all the way up to a possible 37 in Wildwood. Futurecast radar showing absolutely nothing to worry about, save for possible rain later in the day. And stepping off for the 7-day, we're going to see that nice weather here, possible cloudiness, but going to be very nice temperatures all the way up to a possible 58 tomorrow. We're going to see that 40% chance of rain later in the day, and later in the week, alternating between partly sunny, partly cloudy, and straight up sunny. We might just have a chance of rain next Wednesday, but stay tuned as that's very uncertain.
Thank you, Chris. Nice job there in the Weather Center. We'll take one last and final check here in about 15 minutes before we sign off for the morning. All right, so here's the wonderful picture of Alexandra and Aaron here this morning on the Westmount, I say this name wrong all the time, Westmont Country Club, their Instagram account. They have this beautiful picture of the two of them outside of the facility in front of that gorgeous, was that a Rolls Royce, Alexandra? Using that to promote the Westmont Country Club on social media on their Instagram account. So give it a thumbs up, give it a like, go to the Westmont Country Club, follow them on Instagram. Beautiful picture, Alexander. Wow, that is some picture. And it looks almost exactly the outside of it from what I remember way back in the day for my prom. Wow. Nothing really hasn't changed. Actually, looking at some of these photographs here, kind of looks just about the same. Wow. I think the only thing that's changed is really the name of the town that it's in. It's no longer West Patterson, it's Woodland Park. But beautiful picture, Alexander. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wonderful. Let's go back to our incident pages. We're going to Long Island. And let's see what we got. We've got crash on Sunrise Highway west of Broadway. 2 lanes are closed. Let's see if we can find a camera there. Willis Ave, westbound LA at 37. Broken down vehicle on the Southern State East at 28. That's a shoulder blockage. So let me bring in the find the Sunrise Highway deal in Nassau or Hempstead right here, Atlantic Avenue. See anything there? Okay, so I don't see anything there. Let's go out to the maps and not really causing a delay. It's right in here. Southern State, kind of normal volume, Wantagh over to the Meadowbrook. West here on Sunrise Highway. It looks like maybe that's where it is. No, they're looking at another crash here out by before Park Boulevard. Come down on Park Boulevard and Merrick Road, the wonderful, I believe this is the intersection, the amazing Smokin' Owls. There it is. One of the best barbecue places in the entire country. That is some fantastic barbecue. It's worth the hour ride out to Smokin' Owls. Big supporter of Smokin' Owls. Wow. It is some feast. Alexander says, thanks for sharing it. Yes, it was a 1964 Rolls Royce Princess. Beautiful car. Oh my gosh. You wonder where they keep the, obviously that's garage kept, but wonderful stuff. Let's take a look at the LIE West in 135, Northern 106, 107 into the Wantagh. West on the LIE is busy in 39. Let's take a look at north on the Sadie Coast. That's a fairly busy ride as we make our way up into Road. LIE, that looks pretty good. Sunrise Highway, things are fine. East along Sunrise Highway is busy. Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton is a pretty heavy ride. Let's go over to Fairfield. Bridgeport is fine. It's in Connecticut, just 95 south here is tied up from, I'd say, about 18, south of 18 down to 5. Merritt is heavy into 42 through 36. But let's just give it the attention it deserves with just don't want to oversight anything. Oh, this computer is so slow. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. Just delays, so no outliers there. Let's go to the Hudson Valley. Thruway south before 7A in Yonkers. We're getting close to that area. Conic, the shoulder is out. Shoulder, more shoulders. They're pretty good here in the Hudson Valley by getting accidents and stuff off to the shoulder, which is fantastic. Hudson Valley itself, looking at some volume here east along 287, exits 2 through 5. The Hutch, New England Thruway, the Thruway that is good. The Tappan Zee Bridge, Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge is fine. Thruway through Rockland County, all in great shape as we make our way through to the Thruway. As you get up into Orange County, 84 Route 6, 84, that looks good. The Beacon Bridge, we are clear. 84 also in good shape this morning out of Fishkill and Lake Carmel, Brewster, things are fine. All the way even 684 into Katona has cleared up Yorktown Heights, Route 9. Everything is good here in the lower portions of Westchester County. So let's bring in the MTA now. We'll dial them in. And we have some reroutes on the D and the N, the 1-6. The R trains have delays. F station skip there on the F line, and the Staten Island Railway has those boarding changes this morning. Princess Bay to Tottenville. Long Island Railroad, Metro North are all on or close to schedule. Let's go back to New Jersey Transit now. Let's see what we've got. Everything is on or close. The cancels, that's not really a big deal. And then PATH, we are going to talk to you about PATH trains here this morning with, let's see, Hackensack River testing here. That is going to be 10 to 11 and 1 to 2. Finish up now with our Hudson River crossing because I'm looking at the clock and I'm going to square away that situation with the maps. So let's see what we got. About 30 or so here at the George, about 25 to 30 at the Lincoln, and about 20 at the Holland. Okay, friends, I think that is going to wrap it up here this morning. And again, head over to Darley's website here, darleycnewman.com/shop for some fun things here for the 10th season of Travels with Darley. I think that's really cool that she's able to do that. Good looking stuff there. Like I said, we have to try to find a space. I don't know. What do you think? Somewhere up in here, we got to try to find the Corvette is, and we'll stick the Wawa in the coffee cup, maybe. I don't want to make it too heavy because then the whole wall will come down. But maybe the place there we change out the Corvette for the Darley. The Darley coffee cup. So we'll see what we can do about get one of those. All right. I want to thank Connor. I want to thank Alexandra and Anna all for joining us. And thank you so much, ladies, for letting me know about the situation with the with StreamYard with YouTube. Not quite sure what that is. I may have to contact StreamYard here to try to figure out what the story is with that. So yeah, we'll have to do some more investigation and work on that here. Hopefully by tomorrow, if not, maybe for next week. I want to thank Chris Jannelli there in the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio for the forecast here this morning. Also, Chief Meteorologist John Rocco for coordinating everything. Always a pleasure, John, and do an amazing job. And thank you so much, as always, for all of your hard work. Thanks to everyone for watching the replays. If you can, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're up to 128 subscribers. Wow, gained a couple subscribers. It's great. Let's see if we can get that over 130 now. Maybe pass it to all your friends. I know you keep hearing me just musing on about that, but this is where hopefully we'll be able to turn this into something. I'm not sure, profitability or whatever, to be perfectly honest, not quite sure if that's a possibility, but we have to get to at least 1,000 subscribers. So we're way away from the stage here at this point. We're way up in the cheap seats. Have to make our way down onto the field here eventually. But if you can, just pass that along to all of your friends, family, and whoever has a YouTube account. It doesn't cost them anything. Just all I have to do is hit subscribe. And then what happens is it gets into the formula, the metrics for YouTube, and just kind of puts it into a different lane, use a traffic vernacular, and maybe gets a little more views on the replays, kind of puts it into a different pool of the algorithm. I'm not sure, but we're starting to see a little more uptick in the views on the replays, which is good. So, but again, if you can, certainly subscribe and hit the like on all the videos as well. That's certainly the thumbs up, as they say, that helps us out here in the traffic center. All right, friends. So have a terrific Thursday. Join us on New Jersey, ONNJ, at the top of 9 o'clock for some great interviews, great talk and chat with Cara Christina, meteorologist Mike Fafetta has another check of the forecast. I'll be diving in with a couple of reports on the traffic situation, give you the updates there in Mountainside to let you know how that is all playing out there along Route 22 and locally between Westfield and Mountainside. All right, friends, have a terrific Thursday. Drive safely, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.